What resonated most with you about this, the story and these characters?
Well, I mean, it's the first time I probably liked the book before I even read it, you know, because I liked all the photographs. It's something about photographs that just tell you such a strange story. You know, they're usually quite poetic or haunting or weird, you know, and so I like that. But then when I read the book and the themes of, like, you know, being branded as a peculiar type of person, which I remember very clearly as a child, and then those feelings as a teenager where you feel like you don't fit into your world and, you know, you're seeing monsters or not seeing monsters, you're crazy. I felt that was a very strong feeling I had as a teenager. And then the relationship with his grandfather and the theme of, like, what's real and what's fantasy and the way they sort of blend together. You know, all those themes were something that I could relate to very strongly.
And what is your defining peculiarity?
See, I never thought of myself that way. I think of myself as quite a normal person, but you know, I was just branded that, and that's what I loved about the kids in this. Is if you didn't know what their peculiarities were, they just seemed like normal kids, and that's sort of the way I felt.
If you had your own personal time loop, what date would you set for?
I have trouble making it through one day at a time. And that to me is more like a nightmare, you know what I mean? Because days are filled with so many different elements that, you know, maybe when my kids were born, that was a beautiful day, and so maybe that would be a day.
How did you discover this story, this book, and what made you want to make it into a film?
Well, I was handed the book, and like I said, I liked it before I even read it because of the pictures, and because I didn't know about it when it had come out. But again, when I read it, it was just like it felt like it was written for me in some ways.
And Sam Jackson plays a great villain in this film. What was the process of creating that character?
Well, again, in the book, it's somewhat vague. So Sam is such a powerful, you know, he's somebody I always wanted to work with. And so we kind of came up with a look with him. And I remember, I'll never forget when he walked onto the set, I go, wow, I want this as my Halloween costume this year. You know what I mean? Because he's got such a power and such a strength. And like I said, for me, just as a person, he's able to be dramatic and funny and do all at once and just have such a power to him.
What was the process of casting all the peculiar kids?
Well, I think that was the thing, because a lot of them hadn't acted before, so my sort of abstract thought when each person came in, I just asked myself the question, do they seem peculiar to me? You know, it's a sort of an abstract thing. It's not a literal thing, it's just an emotional thing, but I was very lucky to find just, you know, beautiful, peculiar, but just really nice, strong, you know, kids.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Did you know that in The Revenant, Leonardo DiCaprio, a convinced vegetarian, was so in character he ate real raw meat in a scene depicting Glass surviving off a wild bison's liver? Yeah. Click here for more videos. See you soon. Bye.